All right, so the four guidelines to effectively discipline employees are number one, act immediately. If there is an employee causing a problem, it is crucial that the supervisor acts immediately, regardless of how unpleasant the situation will be. If the problem is not immediately addressed, the supervisor will send a message that the behavior is acceptable or not serious enough to render any type of response. This will only make matters worse, as there may be others who pick up on the lack of consequences and start to follow suit. Number two would be focus on solving the problem at hand. It is important that supervisors focus on learning about the issue and resolving it when speaking with the employee without bringing up past behavior or letting the encounter become unprofessional. Listen until the problem is understood and then begin a discussion on how to correct it in the future. Focus more on the behaviors rather than the personalities, and it'll be easier for the employee to understand what is expected as well. Number three is to keep your emotions in check. It is best that a supervisor keeps their emotions in check to keep the discussion as constructive as possible. It is acceptable to express concern over the problem at hand, but other feelings are often irrelevant and will not add anything to the discussion that you're having. So make sure you're in control of your emotions before speaking with an employee. If the supervisor does remain calm and relaxed, it conveys a sense of confidence and authority. Number four would be administer discipline in private. It would be embarrassing to discipline an employee in public or in front of others. This can lead to more resentment and make the problem much worse in the future. When speaking to an employee, do so in private and make sure that you aren't interrupted. As far as an example or a situation in which a supervisor would take all these steps, if an employee were to try and start a fight with another employee, the best course of action would be to follow the guidelines for effective discipline. The supervisor would want to immediately respond to the situation. In order to find out why it took place, they would want to focus on the issues that caused the incident and make sure that they're understood and find out exactly why it occurred. The supervisor would want to immediately begin a discussion to correct the issue and keep calm and relaxed while speaking to the associates. And finally, the supervisor would want to speak to each employee in private to issue disciplinary action and to ensure that the employee understands what needs to be done. But those are the four guidelines of discipline and a situation in which they would use all those steps.